Will you mail it to him?
Yeah, I'll fucking mail
Nice.
it. It might take me
take
6
a while
weeks to
because
like remember that I have to ship out orders, but I will do it.
Fucking idiot.
Yeah, we need a merch guy.
Warehouse.
No, we need an alarm clock.
Drop shipping. Yeah, we do. Yeah. You know, my alarm clock, the power went out a couple weeks ago, and I just learned that it's 5 hours fast instead of resetting it to the right time.
Your brain readjusts the time.
It's like
That's
5
all.
hours and 10 minutes fast, so it's like, you know, if I go to bed at 2, I'm like, oh shit, I have 5 hours of sleep. Something
You're
like
fucking
that.
idiot.
Did you
I'm
fix
dumb.
it?
All right, thanks for having us.
It's
It's still 5 hours and 10 minutes.
It's been like that for like 2 or 3 weeks.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Level Up Cleveland. And this week we have thrash metal artists Assault with us.
Hey.
Yes. Been trying to get you guys down here for a little while. We finally got you in here. This is awesome. Been looking forward to this.
Pretty cool, yeah. I'm bad at organizing things. So,
No, that was my fault.
Yeah,
so it was everybody's
time
fault.
management is not a forte.
No, and you guys are all got a lot of other things going on. It's not exactly like you have tons of time and that's all you have is free time.
Sure.
That's fair.
Let me introduce you guys. I'm going to introduce you guys as always from left to right. And we'll start off here with Dylan Andrus. He's the guitar and vocals.
That's me, hey.
Also in Aletheia.
Yep.
We had Aletheia on here. We had Chris and Terry on here. And Dom Veleniskis. He's our guitar player.
What's up?
I skipped.
Yeah, we skipped Dave.
I skipped Dave
Sounds
McJunkins.
about right.
Dave McJunkins
yeah.
is the bass player. Sorry about that,
There's
Dave.
no justice for the bassist ever.
As it should be.
Yeah, this is
Bass
injustice
player
all
always
over again.
gets forgotten. Is that what we're saying? The bass player just gets forgotten in the
I
background.
think
He
it was
just-
a Metallica joke.
Yeah,
Oh, I see.
we need justice for Jason.
Justice for Jason.
Just for junkies.
So yeah, man, you guys are a pretty killer ass thrash band from Cleveland here, and straight thrash band. I mean, that's what I love. I mean, this is you guys are definitely the music that I personally like, and so when I hear some of the stuff, it's just I love the straightforwardness of it myself personally. It's not like you're trying to be cute ever.
Yeah.
There's none of that, and I think that. You know, in a time where everyone's trying to become some kind of a fusion band or some kind of like reinvented type thing, it's kind of refreshing to not be that.
Yeah.
From my perspective, where you guys are just not trying to reinvent the wheel here, just make great music.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I love it.
I think, like, to that, some of the early songs that we had written that we don't play anymore, they almost felt gimmicky, you know, because they were just...
Because they are.
Yeah, it was just like, how can we write the most early 80s thrash shit, you know? And it came out, like, if you heard it, it's like, oh my God, this is painful, you know?
you.
But
It's like early
but
Pantera.
Well,
No,
not even. It's like
worse.
early Metallica and not good Metallica. But it's like, yeah, I think we did evolve into something that's more just like honest to ourselves.
Don't be talking shit on Kill 'Em All, though.
Oh, I'm not. Oh, trust me, I'm not. You know I'm not.
I know you're not. I'm just
Yeah.
making it clear for the camera that we're all Kill 'Em All lovers.
We are.
Really,
We are.
and then it's funny because it does remind me of that album a little
Sure.
bit. The music, especially the stuff that's more recent, it does have that feel to it. That just straightforward.
Yeah, and
You
it's
know,
raw.
yeah, it's great, man. It's great, and you guys have the twin attack that you guys will pull off once in a while, guitars and stuff. It's nice that you have two guys that can play leads.
It's fun.
Yeah, it's a good time.
Yeah, that's always, and you know, like do well
Yeah.
playing them, and you got a great rhythm section. I mean, you got all the parts.
Yeah.
Right?
It works pretty good. It works
Hell-
all right.
Yeah, we kind of got really lucky.
Yeah. Yeah, our drummer, thank God we got him first. He's so good.
Yeah.
That's-
Owen's
yeah.
great.
Shout
I
out
love you,
Owen
Owen
Pooley.
Pooley.
We love you.
Yeah, and isn't that like one of the most important pieces in any kind of like super heavy band is
Oh,
the
yeah.
drummer's got to
Oh,
be
yeah.
nails, and then everybody else can do their job.
Oh yeah, playing
once-
with plenty shitty drummers that like can maybe even do it, but they don't do
Yeah.
it justice. And like Owen just hammers the shit out of the drums, and it's
Yeah.
sick, and it's exactly what it needs to be, and not an ounce more. So,
Yeah.
that's pretty much what the band.
And
is.
the last two drummers before Owen were solid, but not Owen. And I think that's when
Who did?
Huh? Brian and Jared.
Jared. Oh yeah, Jared.
Yeah.
No, but it wasn't. No, there
No,
wasn't
it was-
another one.
Yeah, it was just Brian and Jared. And like, I think the difference, between those two to Owen, I think that's the reason why things evolved.
Yeah,
Without
definitely.
Owen, it's still, sucks.
Well, and with these bands too, it's like a lot of times though it doesn't even matter if the guy's great or not great or whatever. It just is a fit. There's like certain
Yeah.
things that just
Right.
fit together and guys get along and everything, and then from that comes what is great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the way I think it works. Now you guys are playing out a lot too. I mean, you guys get on a lot of good bills, and you guys are like always attached to a one of the better bills that are like, especially the local ones, like the Shotgun bill. With obviously that
Right.
was the latest,
Yeah, a little bit of
but
a
still,
name,
like, you guys deserve to be there as much as any of the other bands that were on that too. I mean, it was great.
Yeah.
That was the first time I actually got to see you guys.
Oh,
Was it
Yeah.
that show?
Yeah, that was the first time I
Pretty
actually.
good show.
Hell yeah!
Saw
I-
Owen's uncle get kicked off or kicked out of the
Yeah.
whole.
Yeah, that was
entire
Owen's
place.
uncle that climbed on stage.
Oh really?
Yeah, the dude who was up there raging.
Yeah.
Man, I'm bummed actually that was your first show because after the show, we had tracks going the whole time. And Dylan came to me later and he was like, bro, you fucking sucked.
Yeah, we recorded the whole show
yeah.
and I listened to
Oh.
it.
Yeah, I guess I was terrible that day.
It was
I didn't notice it.
My tone sucked. My playing was off.
It was
so-
like
It's okay.
2
I nailed
o'clock
it.
on a Sunday. And
Yeah,
you were like,
yeah.
I'm gonna get drunk.
that sounds about
Yep.
right.
Oh, is that? Oh, a little pre-cocktail.
Oh, I never play without getting a little
Sauce.
schwasted.
So you have a few before you. Always
Of course. I
Loosen
gotta
up.
loosen up. I
Yeah.
gotta loosen up. And sometimes my
a
new
little too
rule.
loose.
Yeah, my new rule is no shots before the show. Just beers because if I do the shots, then shit starts to go down.
It's a great rule.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's
man.
a great rule. I don't know
Absolutely.
about them fucking shots they do. They get me
yeah,
too.
man.
I
Those
don't-
tequila shots. I'm
Yeah,
fucked.
that's
I'm gonna start bringing new shots now.
hell yeah.
Every show.
I feel,
All right,
I feel like
but
the
then you're
drinking makes-
responsible for my shitty playing.
Okay.
If you're giving me shots.
I feel like the drinking makes me more powerful.
Is it right? It's like
Yeah,
a
it's-
secret
yeah, man.
elixir.
Yeah, man.
I mean, like to a degree. I mean, it's gonna make me suck a little bit, but it's just like you get so much more amped the more beers
Absolutely.
you put back.
Absolutely.
Fuck
It loosens you up. The energy's higher once you start
Totally.
putting a couple back.
So
Yeah.
where are you all from? Are you guys all from all different places, or are you guys kind of like
Yeah.
from the same area?
I grew up in North Ridgeville.
Okay.
Kind of. I'm in that area right now, like North Olmsted.
I grew up in the Cleveland area, but I moved out to Kent in October. So,
Where'd you grow up in Cleveland?
I lived originally in Maple Heights, then to Berea, and then most of my time I went to high school in Strongsville. So that whole I've been all over the Cleveland area.
I lived in all three of them places.
No shit.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
You guys could have been neighbors.
Yeah, man. In Maple
I've
Heights.
lived in Ridgeville. I've lived in Olmsted, and I've lived in Berea.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
People like the fact that you're local people through and throughout. You guys are all
Sure.
from there. You know what place is all about. Cleveland's different.
Oh yeah.
I'm starting to learn that more and more and more and more and more how different Cleveland is. even
Best city on the planet, baby.
Yeah, Cleveland's aight.
Yeah,
It's pretty sweet.
I'm the most diehard Cleveland guy. Everyone else is just like Cleveland's all right. I fucking love Cleveland.
I love that.
this
Cleveland's
city.
cool.
You know,
I love that.
I might move out of Cleveland for a couple years, go experience other places, but it's like
California.
Cleveland. Yeah, Cleveland is where I wanna live and die. I love this city to death.
I feel like every time I go somewhere that isn't Cleveland, it's like, this is cool, and then I could never imagine myself like living there,
Sure.
spending time there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, same.
It's,
Well, that's how it was when we went to LA.
Yeah.
I was ready to fucking pack up and move, and you're like, I want to go back home.
no, LA is pretentious as fuck. I hate
I
that
love
place.
it, dude. It's so fake.
hate
It's
Tell me about.
disgusting.
Okay, you guys are just leading me all over the place here, but tell me about LA before we get any farther.
We went on vacation.
Oh yeah, that
Yeah,
was,
me
that
and
was
Dylan
him
did a
Dom.
couples vacation.
It was really
Yeah,
sweet.
I just wanted to go to California. I didn't have anyone to go with, so I was like, "Yo, Dylan, you want to go spend a week in LA?" So we just went out there. We rented a car, smoked a bunch of weed, and
So
just
much
hung
weed.
out. Yeah, it was awesome. I love California. I love just the vibe. It's so fake and pretentious and disgusting, and there's something about that that's so cool to me. And I wanted to move out there, And then I came home and I was like, you know what, Cleveland's fine. I like Cleveland. Yeah.
I like the
It's a little bit more
mountains.
down to earth.
I like the
Yeah.
mountains
Trying to get
and
us
the
all to move
water,
out
the
there.
ocean.
Yeah, I tried to get the band to move out there because I got a job in San Diego, and I turned it down. Yeah.
What kind of job do you get?
So I was working at Guitar Center at the time, and I was gonna move to the San Diego store and just do the same job. They were like, yeah, we'll move you out here, and then they wanted to pay me like fucking nothing because California is ridiculously expensive, and I couldn't convince them. I was like, yo, let's pack up and move and just go to fucking California and just try to do this shit, you know, in LA and San Diego and all that kind of shit. And everyone was like, bro, I don't want to fucking move to California.
He almost had me. He really
I almost did.
So-
I did almost have him.
He had me pretty convinced, but
Yeah.
I'm so glad I thought about it.
Yeah,
That was
God, no.
like
Sure.
pre-COVID.
Sure.
So
Oh, that was
wasn't?
pre-COVID?
No,
So,
no,
yeah,
no. It
it was
was
like-
2022, bro.
No, it was definitely
21.
Oh, it was like
Yeah.
in the midst of it, basically.
Yeah, yeah.
It was before
we had
it
to wear
got
masks
dark.
Yeah, we had to wear masks everywhere, but it was after
I
all
thought
the
it was
shutdowns.
completely
No,
before. Oh shit.
No, because we were there. So
Wow. Tequila shots.
yeah,
No more shots.
Hey, what do you mean? No more
You don't
shots?
remember. I mean, this happens, you know. I can't remember what I did last year.
fair enough.
Can't remember what I did like 3 days ago.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's
You
no
probably
problem.
threw up again.
Totally. Yeah. Probably drank it somewhere.
So basically now, what's the writing process? What is the band? How does you guys operate this band? How do you guys? Is there a leader? Is there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that how this?
100% Dylan.
Yeah, it's totally my band. These guys are just dudes that
They're just hired help.
they're not
Yeah.
even hired. I don't fucking pay. Nobody gets paid.
Nobody
Gets paid.
Yeah.
But is that fair to say though? Everybody's it's so he's kind of like it's his band. You guys all know what.
No, but it's everybody's band. But I usually have the reins.
Yeah.
You know, I'm steering the ship.
I got you.
This
And you
was
guys are cool with that
originally-
though. Everybody's good.
Oh,
Is,
yeah.
100%.
that's what it is. That's
Yeah.
totally
Yeah.
what it is.
I mean,
And-
that's what got us here.
Yeah, right.
Absolutely, and the writing process is usually him and Owen, you know. And I've wrote some lyrics, righted some lyrics for a couple of the songs. You know, I write my solos, try
Yeah.
to change some arrangement stuff here and there, but you know, pretty much everything is him and Owen, and you know, it's worked great. I mean, those two have really good chemistry when it comes to writing, you know, and then a lot of times it's just me and Dave filling in the blank spaces.
Yeah. Usually I like come up with a riff or whatever. I'll sit down, I'll fucking play and jam until something sticks, and then I'll lay it down on like GarageBand or something.
Yep.
And I'll like just make bullshit parts for like the drums and the bass. Like, okay, here's the idea of what it should sound like.
Here's a tempo. Here's
Right,
a root
right.
bass line.
Here's like where you should change. Here's where the next riff should go. Here's whatever the fuck, and lay out everything I have. And sometimes it's a whole song. Like most of Blind Eye was that kind of shit where I just like made the songs in my basement, and then you know, it was like, here, play these. But you know, they end up at varying degrees of completion, and then you know, we take it to the room, and me and Owen flesh it out, and then those guys show up, and then they do whatever the fuck they're gonna do, and yeah, and change some shit around and whatever. But
Sweet. Now, do you guys? So basically, after things are, you're basically creating like the root of the song in the beginning. Would that be fair to say?
Yeah.
So the rhythms are in place, the tempo's in place, and the changes are kind of in place, and then you're allowing him to write his own solos.
Yeah.
And then you guys can work out if you guys are going to do any kind of harmonies or anything
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
That gets
Exactly.
worked off at the end, basically, if anything like that.
usually, yeah.
And that's it. And it's pretty much consistently like that.
Yep.
Do you
Yep.
ever, now, I mean, seriously, honestly, do you ever bring an idea to the table and you're just like so hell-bent on, no, it's got to be like this. And you're like, this is the way it is.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Does that happen
definitely.
also?
There's, you know, I like to be open about it because, you know, I might be the leader or whatever, but, you know, I still want everybody to, like, put all their brains together and make the best thing that we could make. So, you know, if it, I lost my train of thought. Holy shit.
No. I know, no. But I know what you're saying though, because it's like, even though you understand what your role is,
Right.
but even through that understanding, you do also understand that you can't possibly know more than four heads all the time. And there's going to be a time where someone's going to be like, I'm thinking this. And you're like, fuck, I didn't think of that.
It usually takes me a couple days of sleeping on it to get over the stubbornness
Yeah.
to accept that, like, because I will get really hell bent on some of those ideas,
Yeah.
and I'll think like, this is the best way to do it. It has to be like that, and then somebody will say something different, and I'll be like, no. But then I go home and I'm like, well,
Stubbornness.
try it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then sometimes it sticks, and eventually it's like, okay, that was
Yeah.
the right thing to
Well,
do.
and I totally get that because that's how I am, you know, and I don't write like I write close to nothing. other than, when
The
when
lyrics are a great help.
Yeah. When I mean, like, writing the riffs and that kind of stuff, I write close to nothing. But when I do, and we actually have a song that we're working on right now, I get that too, where I spent so much time at home putting this together, and I hear the song in my head already, and now it's just I need the other parts of the song, and then it's like Dylan starts playing the riff slightly different, and it's like, motherfucker, if you don't play it that way, my way right now,
I love doing it
I'm gonna
because
fucking
my
punch
way is
you in the
always
face.
cooler.
No, it's not
the same thing
always
as yours.
cooler.
It's the same thing as what you do, but it's just got a little more usually. That's the point. You play
Okay.
play my riff and fuck it up a little bit and change it, make it better.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
I'll tell you. I'll
but-
tell you. That's funny about that is like we've talked about it on the show before too.
Sure.
A thing called demoitis that we talk about, and what you're saying is kind of like what that is like, because when you're writing these tunes are formed in your brain fully. No one else knows what the fuck they
Sure.
are, but you know
Yeah.
what that song is. It's as if you've heard it a million times.
Yeah.
And so it becomes like the song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what we call demoitis, because what happens is if you demo that song and then you've listened to that demo several times before you actually go into the studio and record it, if anybody wants to make a change to that demo, you're like, no, dude,
Yep.
it don't sound right. Why? Because you have demoitis.
Yep.
That song
It's all
is
in here.
made now.
Yeah.
And even if a better idea comes forth, you won't notice it.
Sure.
It becomes like you're blinded by the fact that this song's already made in your head.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it does happen.
And I'll
lot.
say I'll say, like, I do trust Dylan. I mean, he's he's eclipsed me as a guitar player many times over the last couple of years. So, like, if he thinks something is going to work, I might bitch about it in the moment, but like a lot of times when, you think about it, you listen to it, it's like, all right, motherfucker, fuck you. It's better. Just do it that way, but yeah, I mean, I get that, but what the fuck are you doing?
Making faces at Dave.
Okay. But yeah, I usually trust his judgment. Sometimes though, it's like, motherfucker, I'm just going to keep playing it this way live and hope that he doesn't notice.
I always notice.
Let me ask you a crazy question here.
Yep.
Do any of you guys have brothers?
Yeah.
I don't.
I do.
Do you feel like this is exactly like what you have as a brother to this band here? Because you guys act like you're all like somewhat like brothers, like the way you talk to each other. It's like, I love you, but I hate you at the same time.
Oh,
Like,
yes.
Oh,
I
yeah.
hate everybody in
Dylan-
this band.
Dylan-
Kind of how it has to be.
Yeah,
I think.
Dylan is the closest thing that I'll ever have to a sibling. I think I love him so much, and I fucking hate him.
Yeah, that's what that's the vibe I'm getting. But
Yeah.
I think it works.
We've
No,
just known
absolutely.
each other.
Something's
for so
working right
fucking
out of
long.
that, coming
Yeah.
out of that. No, really. But what I see here is just a mutual respect. Like, no, you guys all have your personalities, and it's all fun.
Yeah.
That's
Bullshit.
exactly-
It's all a
it
lot of
makes
fun.
It all fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then, but really, there's a mutual respect here that's I can just tell.
Yep.
It's because to be honest, it's hard to have a leader of a band sometimes.
Sure.
And not everybody's built to be the other guys in the band.
Yeah.
Let's just be honest. Everybody,
Yeah.
ego will get in the way of certain people, and things happen.
Yeah.
And it's refreshing to me when I see that people know their roles. See,
Yeah.
to me, that's the most important thing. How everything works. If you have multiple people who think they all have one role and they're all fighting for it, that's just not. It's not gonna work.
Can I tell a quick funny story of the first time that I joined the band? Dylan,
good.
yeah, Dylan wanted me to join the band, and at the time I was a better guitar player than Dylan. He was probably 15 or 16.
Yeah.
And I was 17 or something like that, 17,
Somewhere
18.
around
yeah.
there.
And he wanted me to join the band, and my 17-year-old ass was like, "I'll join the band only if I'm the lead fucking guitar player." And that's what I told him at the time. And it was so ridiculous of me because I'd never really been in a band. I'd been in a couple side projects, but I fucking told him straight up, I'm the lead guitar player.
Yeah, it's not that odd.
Yeah.
that's not that odd for people
But
to do
it
that.
it also makes me feel like back then, like, God, that was such a dick move. And now I'm so glad that I don't have that ego within the band. I know my place. I love listening to his solos. Some of my favorite solos on the album are not my solos.
Wow.
And it makes, like, I've learned his solos, because it's like, what the fuck is he doing there? How does he do that? Like, God damn it. Because yeah, I mean, like I said, at one point I was a better guitar player than him, and I would never say now that I'm a better guitar player than Dylan.
Wow.
So yeah, I mean, it was a growing thing, and again, like the brother thing, and I'm proud of him for how much better he's gotten over the years.
Wow.
Yeah.
You don't get this kind of praise from another band member like ever. That's great.
I love him.
He's
I love him to
never
death.
said this to me.
I
ever.
have said this to you a million fucking times.
We were
Go fuck
probably
yourself.
drunk.
Yeah, then if you don't remember, that's your fault. I've said that to you millions of times.
That's cool though,
On the
man.
good side of Tom,
Yeah.
he did tell you that many times.
Whatever.
You've heard him say it. You're playing like you did.
No, I know.
He's an asshole.
Yeah, old news.
You never said that. I know he did, but I'm just gonna
Fucker.
So you guys got one full length album out.
Yep.
Yep.
And you got a single that just came out recently.
Yep.
And you got a demo that came out before all of this, basically. I don't know if it came out,
We
but you have a demo
a whole
that
lot
you-
of demos. If you dig
Yeah,
on the
right.
internet, there's a whole bunch of really bad demos going
Yeah.
back as far as like
there's-
I want those
2015.
demos taken off the internet.
I'm never gonna take
There's
them
a
off
lot
the
of
internet.
versions of Assault,
Yeah.
Yep.
and
Yeah, there
before this one was really solidified.
It
Yeah,
was,
this seems like it's a fucking great band, man.
it's a good group, but it was very turbulent to
Oh,
get there.
yeah.
There was a
Oh,
lot
yeah.
of
lot of
member
changes.
changes. I mean, I was
This
a
is what,
fucking
like
dick.
V4.
Yeah, something like that. I was a fucking dick too when I was a kid, and I just like, I was so clear cut on what I wanted to do, and if somebody like wasn't playing up to par or didn't seem like they were into it, I'd be like, get out of my fucking face. It's like, I'll find somebody who could do it better. Yeah.
That's not true.
I felt like that. I mean, at least like when
You
fucking,
were such a pushover when
That's,
you were a
that's what he
kid.
said
What
in
the
his
fuck?
head.
I'm still a
That would
pushover,
just
but
crumble as soon as he talked to someone.
no, I mean, but I remember like so many times fucking fighting with Jared and yelling back and forth because it's
Yeah.
like, you can't play the parts, dude. And he's like, I don't know. That's another dude that like I love to death and, you know, grew up with him. So like same sort of like brotherly thing.
Yeah, right. You
we-
could say what you wanted to him, and
right. Just fucking scream at each other. But yeah, you know, I don't know.
as far as like what's coming up in the future, this is what I was trying to get towards because you know you guys. So the last single you guys just put out was "Pinnacle of Suffering,"
That's it.
Right.
and that's been a little while now. I mean, it's been a
Couple months.
now, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we put
Yeah.
that shit out in like June, man.
Oh,
so
shit.
Yeah.
time flies.
Yeah.
And it's a little while before the release before that now. So you guys got to be working on some stuff right now, right? You guys got to have some stuff that you're working on, and
Slowly but surely.
Slow cooking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, hold on. I got the song list.
you got the song list of the stuff that you're working on.
Yeah, I'll play. Here, check this out.
Ooh.
I was working on this one the other day.
What are you about to do? Are you about to play it through your phone?
Yeah.
You idiot. That's not how that works.
All right, that's enough. Well,
we got a sneak peek, I guess.
we
Fucking
got.
idiot.
There's like 6 or 7 songs that are
I
like.
love that programmed drum beat.
That
we've
was
got-
so stupid.
We have like one song that's all the way done. We've got like 3 more that are most of the way done.
Which song
Actu-
is all the way done?
The Swedish one.
Swede.
It's like super. I don't know. We're getting pretty crazy with it, like, branching out, doing like different sounds and
Yeah.
stuff. It's not so much like we're just thrash band 'cause we did that. So
Yeah, yeah,
trying to
yeah.
get heavier, trying to go different directions with it and see what kind of shit we come up with. Okay, so we have the Swedish one. We have ballad. We did a cut of ballad for the first record, but it didn't make the cut.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna redo that.
When you say ballad, though, I mean like
Fade to Black.
It's a
Think
working
Fade
title.
to Black.
so it's a
Yeah.
progressing song. It
Yeah.
progresses
Yeah.
into
Yeah.
a heavy ending.
Some clean parts, and then
Yeah.
it gets super heavy and fast.
And
at
then
the
back
end.
to clean.
Yeah.
so what
yeah.
happened? Why didn't it make the cut?
Cause well,
We
tried
were
to-
rushed for
Do you,
time.
yeah, do
We
you
were
want
at
to
the-
tell the New York story?
Yeah, well, we got the time. So we when we originally set out to record A Blind Eye, we
in
went to do it
in
2020.
2019.
end of 2019. We stayed
Yeah.
in Long Island over New Year's, and went and paid a couple grand to record it. And between us being green and unprepared, and you know the producer wasn't my favorite guy to work with. You know, it just ended up not sounding the way we wanted it to sound. Everything was on the fucking grid. Everything was super, super, super compressed and like just didn't breathe. It didn't move. It just sounded like, dude, I could have fucking.
It was like
Sound-
It
very,
sounded like that garage band
Yeah,
demo I
kinda-
just showed
and-
you.
very artificial.
Yeah, it was just
You
not
know,
hitting.
and then on top of that, I don't think any of us were truly prepared to go and record an album in a professional
Nope,
studio.
and
I
we
think
only
all-
had 2 weeks to do it because
Yeah.
we were 9-10 hours away from home, and
And we all couldn't be there at the same time.
Yeah.
I
That
think
made it
Dylan
hard,
was the only
too.
one that was there the whole 2 weeks.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was fun. But there's that ballad song that we recorded there, and I don't know
I
how
think
to
we
fucking
finished.
sing then.
I think we finished it there, like between recording.
Well, that was true for a lot of the songs. I wrote the lyrics to 3 of the songs in the studio.
Like the morning they were going to be recorded.
Like literally, we'd practice at like 8, 9 p.m.
Dylan was in the actual studio trying to do a take on this dive bomb 30 fucking times.
I've no idea what you're talking
because he
about.
didn't like how this one dive bomb sounded. We're running out of time.
I'm so glad.
And I'm sitting in the lounge like, all right, I guess I'll write all Dylan's lyrics. And that's honestly how it started with me writing lyrics. Was I had to. We were running out of time. So, you know, I just ended up writing the lyrics to Antebellum, to Obey Decay, some of Leech, and some of the ballad. You know, and it was just because of that. But, you know, we got back, and when we originally, after that and during COVID, we were just ready to not be a band anymore. Because of how bad the mixes were, just COVID shutting everything down.
We almost gave up like 9,000 times.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Fuck this band.
Yeah, fuck
Nobody
it all.
wants to. This so-and-so doesn't want to practice, and it's never going to work
Who's
out.
so-and-so?
Because I have no idea. And yeah, the fucking mixes, it was brutal.
Yeah. But
The
when
whole
we
pandemic, we didn't do anything.
No.
Really?
But when
Smoked
no.
weed,
Yeah.
skateboarded.
Yeah.
That was it.
When I
Basically.
stayed in my apartment and played Warzone and got high and played guitar occasionally.
I read books and made
Yeah.
like country songs in my bedroom
Yeah.
and shit.
But when we decided that we were gonna actually re-record the album, I think it was probably Owen that nixed the idea of Ballad for that album.
Yeah.
You know, and it just never made it. But there are some badass fucking riffs in that song.
Riffs in that
There
song.
are.
So I think, you know, it sounds like the plan is whatever the next project is, whether it's an EP or a full length album, you know, Ballad will be included on that. And it's not a ballad, you know, but
Yeah.
also
It's not Journey.
one of the reasons it got cut was because Dylan's singing was god fucking
Yeah,
awful.
I did not know how to fucking sing at
sucked.
that point in time.
Oh, it was so bad. I love you to death, but it was so bad.
It was
Well-
it's fucking hilarious. It's really
No.
fucking funny.
Like I think he agrees. Like, and he's gotten a lot better. Don't get me wrong, but
He really
you know,
have.
his forte was yelling. You know, yelling in pitch.
Yeah.
And then he's trying to sing. You know, and it was just so pitchy. It didn't work. You know, and they tried to auto tune it a little bit, but
Still, the formant, the actual like noises I was making were still so bad
Oh,
that
Jesus
like the
Christ.
auto tune couldn't even fix it. It was hilarious.
yeah.
Just want to point out, I knocked the bass out in like a day. Yeah.
Yeah, he just showed up. Fucking
Yeah.
We partied
nailed
there.
it.
The good news was,
Yeah, I nailed
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
We had a party there at the studio. They did whoever ran
Yeah,
the
over
place.
New Year's, we just kind of worked into it.
where did you guys actually record it?
In
with
Long Island.
Noah. The real one we did with Noah.
the real one.
Oh, with Noah, right? With
Yeah,
Mercenary.
yeah.
Mercenary.
That's what I figured. That's what I was figuring the whole time. I'm like, this had to be Noah.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was awesome.
Oh,
I
yeah,
mean, Noah's
he is.
incredible.
Yeah.
I've never heard a
yeah.
bad word about that guy.
Yeah,
ever.
no, awesome. So
Yeah.
easy to work with. It's such a comfortable studio.
Yeah.
You know, because I was nervous after the first time we recorded. I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, fuck, this is a lot harder than I thought. And I sit down. I recorded my parts for the album. I think I was there by myself. And he just made me feel so comfortable right
Yeah.
off the bat. You know, it just made me in a good creative mind space. And yeah, Noah's awesome.
Yeah, that's all you hear.
Yeah.
We're
yeah.
looking at recording with Noah for Atomic Witch, the other band I'm in.
Yeah.
Oh,
As you should. As you should.
fucking witch. We want your blood.
we had him in here. We had Noah on here, and yeah, he was saying that, you know, eventually I believe he was saying that, you know, he just wants to do all the mixing. He doesn't want to do the recording anymore.
Really?
He just wants to be the guy that
Sure.
you know, he has everybody else do all the recording parts, and he just gets everybody mixed in and all that stuff.
Doesn't
Man,
want to set
I'll
up
have to-
drums.
Well, the
I'll
problem,
have to
the
check,
only problem I would have with that is that everybody likes him so much.
Exactly.
Like he, you know, like the part of the recording part for him is part of what he excels at, because he makes the band so comfortable and puts them in a space where they can really create their best stuff in that studio.
Yeah.
It sounds to me like what everyone's really big on with him is that
Yeah.
when you're in there, you're feeling like this is the best stuff I can do. He's getting it
Yeah.
out of me.
Yep.
And who else do you want to work with?
Yeah.
But that guy, you know what I mean?
And he's
right?
really good at being like, you know what? I think you can do a better take on that one.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you
Super
don't
comfortable
argue
with
with him. But,
Nope.
well, first of all, look who the bands that he's in.
Exactly.
Sure.
You know what I
Sure.
mean?
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
got
He's been
got
around.
incredible credibility just in that alone. So, what are you gonna say? You're wrong.
Yeah.
Right.
You
yeah,
know?
yeah.
He's also really good at knowing when a take is good enough. And
Yeah,
a perfectionist, I would sit there and do the same thing because it's not this tight.
Yeah.
You know, a gazillion times, but you know,
Well,
he
and
has good control of knowing when it's not going to sound any fucking
Yeah,
different.
you can't. You're not going to make it any better just
exactly.
by fixing that little whatever.
Well,
Right.
and that's how his solo on Pinnacle of Suffering was. Dylan wasn't exactly happy with it, but I remember I'm sitting there, I was like, that was fucking tight. And Noah just kind of told him, he's like, yeah, dude, I like that. That's perfect.
No, I still
Leave
didn't
it.
play it clean.
Yeah, and see,
Shut up.
but Noah
Shut up.
knew to just not listen to Dylan in that moment.
Yeah.
And it turned out fucking awesome. I mean, that solo rips.
Good
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, he's incredible.
Yeah, we talk about it all the time with guys. You know, like at some point, there's always that guy in the band, or there's a couple guys in the band that's the perfectionist.
Yeah.
And you always need somebody to say it's done.
Yeah.
You got at some point somebody's got to be the voice of
Yeah.
reason and
Right.
says because let's be honest, some things could never be done.
Sure.
If you were to just keep like well
No creative person would finish anything ever.
it's true.
Yeah.
You got
Nothing would ever happen in the world.
100%. Well, and music's even more so that way because it's like painting a house. It's like you paint one room and then all of a sudden all the other rooms need painted.
Yep.
You fix the bass part here, you fix the guitar there a little bit, and then you're like, oh, now this needs to be done. And now, oh, I hear this now. And it could go on literally forever.
Well, that's why I like playing live. You know, it's like the songs kind of take on a whole new life every time you play them. And like when you've been fucking playing the same song you wrote when you were 15, 16 years old.
Yeah.
For that, you know, you play it that long, it gets stale. So it's like a fun challenge for me at least. Is every time we play a song, it's like, can we spice it up somehow, and can we make it different, or we'll add riffs, or like do improvise and do whatever the fuck, and that's what's fun because you don't see a lot of metal bands making shit up on the fly.
No.
Which
No.
it's
It's usually very cookie cutter. Their set is their set. It's going to be the same set every night.
Yeah, and it's the same
Yeah.
exact thing on the album.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, and you know, I mean, I don't want to shit on any other metal bands, you know.
No,
because
of
it's
course
I mean,
not.
and
Yeah.
if they
But-
can do that, they're tight as hell.
Yeah,
for the
absolutely.
first thing. They're
But-
insanely talented.
But yeah, that is something that I think is really fun about us. Is, you know, we'll just like when we played House of Blues with Bastardane and Otto. Our buddy Grady, who's in Ringworm, he filled in for us, and we did like at the beginning of Leech like this fucking funk intro.
Yeah, that
you
was
know,
fun.
it's
Yeah.
like find another metal band that's going to be doing a funk intro.
That's great, yeah.
You know, and I think that's really fun and just
And
kind
none of us had a plan. It's just like, it's about
yeah,
this
yeah,
long.
it's just
I
it's kind of
love-
like this and just go.
fucking
Yeah.
love jamming. That is
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
half of my musical DNA is just sitting down
We're
and making
basically
shit
a
up.
jam band.
Yeah, we're a progressive noise grind jam project, you know.
Distortion guitar jam band.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
That's great. That's great. And you know, like just to give an example of how I look at that is like back in the 80s when metal, this kind of music was being invented, you had the two biggest bands probably besides the big four. I mean,
Yep.
you could pick any of those two.
Sure.
But to me, it was Metallica and Megadeth.
Yep.
And they were hugely different.
Yes.
And especially live.
Yeah.
The thing about Metallica that made Metallica unique was they were this giant, larger than life band, and they
Yeah.
were fucking off on stage.
Oh,
They
yeah.
were playing half of a cover tune, and then and they were just fucking crazy. It was almost like it was planned chaos.
Yep.
Megadeth was the complete opposite.
Straight
you went
to
to
the point.
that shit was like note for note.
Yep.
Dave wanted everybody doing this. This
Yep.
is you do this. This is how we play it. It's perfect. Everything was perfect. You go see Megadeth, it sounded like the album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very different. Metallica went to
Yeah. Yeah.
Megadeth always stayed at that one level that they never kind of broke out of. There's a part of it. Like you come off to the fans live as you're a fun bunch of dudes. You don't take life too seriously. You're not. You're
Exactly.
more like one of them. You're not like this larger than life musician. You don't think that much of it, and it resonates. And then all of a sudden, these people feel like you're approachable and you're not an asshole and they
that's,
can like you.
Yeah, and that's
Yeah.
something that I like is, you know, and we do silly shit on stage.
We are really good at fucking off. on
Yeah,
stage.
we are.
Yeah.
but,
we do
but,
not take ourselves seriously.
No, but I
That's
like
great.
that. I like that.
I like it
because-
too, but it gets out of hand.
It can get out of hand. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. It can
I
get
love
out of hand.
when it gets out of hand,
And I
but
try to
nobody
rein
else
you
does.
in, and I can normally tell when it gets out of hand by how mad Owen is, because Owen doesn't like that shit.
Yeah.
But I want it to be more than just a metal show. I want it to be something where, especially, and you know know what I feel like? I feel like at the grog shop, it always gets a little bit more, a little bit more silly and fun. But yeah, I mean, I want especially our younger fans to laugh with us and to have a good time with us. And then when the time is there, fucking go nuts and hurt each other. You know,
right,
respectfully hurt each other.
Yeah, right.
You know, but yeah, that silly element is it's important to me. It's one of the things that I look forward to. But then we do stupid shit. Like at the end of every song one night, we just went into a riff of Angel of Death, like 4 bars.
Yeah, we were fucking every single song.
Yeah, and by like the 5th time, people are just like, oh, I wonder what the fuck they're gonna play now.
Yeah.
So, you guessed it, Angel of Death.
Yeah, it's that silly factor.
You picked a damn good song though. If we're gonna do it.
That was a sloppy one, that's for sure.
Yeah, that show in the middle of second.
Rambo.
In the middle of second ahead of the snake, I had to take a piss. So I just put my guitar down and went and took a piss.
Came back and started playing through the song again.
Well, what the fuck? All right, that show. All right.
Was there tequila involved in that show?
There was tequila involved in that show.
We showed up.
We went into that one knowing we were gonna get fucked.
Yeah, we're
up.
like, this is
the stage
sloppy.
was as big as this fucking like little space in the room. There was like nobody there.
It was a fundraiser show with Alethea because we share a jam spot and we were like trying to buy new.
Is this at the music box over there on Pearl Road? Wasn't that
the music club?
The music club. That's what it is.
Didn't really have like a name.
That's what it is.
It's just
one bar.
I remember that show. Yeah.
Yeah.
You were there?
No, but I remember when you guys did it because we were talking about we all kind of stay around that area.
Right.
Sure.
I mean, we all know that area really well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
Fun.
But see, I kind of like that, man. I kind of, you know what I really
That's
like
the
about
point.
you guys.
You're not going to see it again.
No, but what I
Hopefully.
really like about you guys, honestly, just in this little time we've talked, is we have all these bands in here, and me and Pat were always like, even before we were starting to do this podcast, we were waiting to hear some of the really great stories about the debauchery and all the crazy stuff, and bands just getting fucking crazy, right?
Yeah.
And the element's kind of like not as like it used to be, like
Sure.
in the 80s and 90s and stuff, when things were just haywire and crazy, and everyone was just fucking trashing hotel rooms and stuff. They don't do that.
We can't afford a trash hotel.
No, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But now people are drinking fucking coffee and talking about the stock market behind the stages with their other bands and stuff like that. They're not fucking getting nuts and crazy and doing the.
It's a little bit of both.
It's
rock
a little
and
bit
roll.
of both because
gotta
like
be a balance.
if you saw Dylan's like pre-show ritual, he's back there doing like fucking yoga, just like doing
meditate
this,
and shit?
Meditation,
getting
dude.
his
Whale
breathing
noises
right
going off his
and
phone.
all this shit, and it's like. And that's what it is now. And then I'm just over here just like warming up on guitar, drinking beers. Like, this is the stupidest shit ever. But it's like, you talk about the debaucherous shit. It's like, yeah, I mean, there was some debauchery, earlier for me, some substances and stuff like that we've moved past. Because it's like, I don't necessarily want us to just be known for getting fucked up. It's like someone might get that.
It's no lie.
All right, relax.
Anyways,
but yeah, I mean, it's like the debaucherous shit is fun, but it's like we do want to take ourselves somewhat seriously. It's like, whereas
we do kind of have a
exactly.
job to
It's
do.
like we do exactly, and I do see it almost as like a job sometimes, where it's like, I need to figure out how I'm going to be as professional as possible while making an ass of myself.
Sure.
You know what I mean? It's like, I still want to play good, but I want to get everybody excited. And I don't think you can just go up there with no plan and it work out the way that I think it works out for us. You can. But do you at least see what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
like,
because
does that make sense?
Well, because you said everybody excited.
Yeah.
It's all fun and games till there's an everybody.
Yeah.
Once there's an everybody, now you got to kind of take things seriously because now you're playing for people, and now you've kind of drawn a fan base together, and now you're feeling like what you're doing is resonating with people, so it excites you and it makes you want to do more. And
feeds off.
It's the whole snowball effect.
Yeah.
And that's what happens. I mean, but I just like the way you guys are doing it. That's all I'm saying is I enjoyed listening to you guys talk, and I like that you guys fuck with each other, and I like that you guys call each other out and shit. That's fun.
Could not be in the
this is
band
rock
if it
and
wasn't
roll.
like that. It
Yeah.
would suck.
Yeah.
It'd be so fucking stale. It'd be miserable.
It'd be boring.
Like, it's like
That
drinking
would be an
teacups
honest-
and it's like,
That's like a 40-hour-a-week job.
No, but the shreditation is very important because you got to be right in the right fucking pocket of flow when you get up there to really deliver the best you can, because you don't want to get too excited or you don't want to be not excited enough, and you got to make sure everything's loose and warmed up and the blood's going to all the right places. I don't know.
That's a weird.
Yeah,
one.
But you do, but you also can't skip out on the fucking playing, just warming up riffs and drinking beers either. You know?
Yeah,
it's all
but-
it's
Yeah.
all a part of this.
I mean,
thing.
it's
all
a
a
funny,
balance.
it's a funny. Here's a Scrabble word: juxtaposition of like Dylan doing his fucking shredditation, and then Owen's skateboarding around the venue, getting high. Me and Dave are drinking beers, and we all get on stage and we all do the same fucking thing, you know. And Dylan just
Different
feels
means
high
doing
and
it.
mighty. He feels all high and mighty because he was doing his stretches and his breathing. But I will say, I'll feel it the next day, and then I'm like, fuck, I should.
Oh, I still feel it the next day, but I just don't want to get up there and be like, oh, I didn't stretch enough, and now I can't hit that lick as clean as I want to.
Sure.
Fucking
No, I agree.
Sucks.
I agree.
But,
All right, guys, you're not gonna believe this, but we're out of time.
Oh shit!
God damn.
I mean, that was the fastest 2
Go
segments I
around
think
one
I've
more,
ever
fuck
done.
Yeah, let's
Awesome.
go another round. Oh,
So
wow,
was
wow,
it just the
that's
2
insane.
segments?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, hey man, thanks for having us.
Yeah, for real.
Are we cut? Are we still rolling?
Yeah, we're rolling. Yeah,
Oh,
we're
yeah.
rolling. Sure, we
I
are.
love you, Mom.
We got plugs.
Oh, it's my dad's birthday. Happy
got
birthday.
dates?
Yeah, you guys got any dates you guys
We're
want to
doing midnight at the
October
Beachland.
27th.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Listen to-
cool.
listen
You
to-
is it just you at midnight?
No, there's Nun
Shit,
Slaughter and
Negro
Black Death.
Prophecy.
Oh my God, Black
Yeah.
Death.
Lady
Oh, I
Beast?
did. I saw this. I just saw this.
Yeah.
Lady Beast?
That's a great
No,
bill, man.
I don't think Lady Beast. Lady Beast played last night.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
What's the date on that one?
October 27th.
Wow, that's a great bill.
That'll be
Yeah.
fun.
It's
That
so
really
sick.
is. Man.
We're right before midnight too, so
Yeah.
that's gonna fucking rule.
Yeah, man, that's going to really be a
sick.
great time.
Hell yeah.
And that's at the Maple Grove? No,
No,
the
that's
other one was
Beachland.
Beachland.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
still, that's another great place to go see something like that.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
It's gonna be a good time.
What else? I don't know. If we got more shit out, go listen to it. Buy our merch.
Yeah.
We just got vinyls.
Oh, we did
So-
get finals. Please buy them. They're
Yeah, I need to
expensive.
really
Please buy
make my
them.
money back.
You got vinyls now for what? For which
For
one?
Blind Eye.
For
Yeah.
look, so they just and you just got those
Yep.
recently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So those
Vinyl.
are for sale. Well, they're gonna get them at the. Got to go to the shows to get those, basically.
Yeah, or
get 'em
at
online.
assaultcle.bandcamp.com.
Will you mail it to them?
Yeah, I'll fucking mail
Nice.
it. It might take
It
me
might
6
take a while
weeks to
because
like remember that I have to
awful.
ship out orders, but I will do it.
Fucking idiot.
Yeah, we need a merch guy.
Warehouse.
No, we need
Yeah.
an alarm clock.
Drop shipping. Yeah, we do. Yeah. You know, my alarm clock, the power went out a couple weeks ago, and I just learned that it's 5 hours fast instead of resetting it to the right time.
Your brain
It's
readjusts
like,
for
it's
time.
like
That's
5
all.
hours and 10 minutes fast. So it's like, if I go to bed at 2, I'm like, oh shit, I have 5 hours of sleep. Something
You're
like
a fucking
that.
idiot.
Did you
I'm
fix
dumb.
it?
All right, thanks
No,
for having
it's,
us.
it's
It's
still
still
nothing.
5
It's still-
hours and 10 minutes.
It's been like that for like 2 or 3 weeks. Yeah. My
You
life's a wreck.
actively know it's that far off.
Well, yeah, I just was too lazy
all
to
right,
fucking change
all right,
it.
all right,
Good
all right.
God.
All right.
All right, guys.
Time to
Listen,
get naked.
listen to Mutilation, Barbecue, and Atomic Witch.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Mutilation
listen to-
Barbecue,
listen to
Atomic
Atomic
Witch,
Witch.
Alethea,
We want your blood.
and Assault.
And a
All those bands. What about you? You in any other bands?
This is the only band
All
I'm
right,
in.
all right. Well, that we covered it then.
Yep.
Woo!
And Owen,
Yeah.
we guys
Hell
want to
yeah.
say one.
Love you, Pooley.
Couldn't be here, but
fun
in
on
spirit,
tour.
love.
Stinker.
I
He'll
would
probably
say
still
listen
be
to
on
200
tour.
Stab Wounds, but they
But
don't need
yeah,
more
they
fans.
don't need a.
Oh,
they don't
shut
need a
up.
plug.
They don't need help.
Yeah, you know who they are.
Yeah.
Too busy on tour with Guar.
Right.
We're done. That's
Sweet.
it for us, guys. Assault. These guys were fucking fun.
You guys
Goodbye.
got assaulted.
We'll see you guys next week.
Peace.
That'll be fine.